Hello everybody, today we're going to do a reading on a person that people either love or love to hate, but it was requested, and as we're doing both sides of the aisle, because I will be doing Biden and Harris at some point, we're taking a look at what's next for Trump. And whether you like somebody or not, if they are a prominent player in the world theater, so to speak, it's good to keep an eye on them either way. So that's what we're going to do today. As per usual, I'm an intuitive reader, so I will tell you what the cards say to me, and if you see something else in the cards that you think is interesting or important to point out, make sure to put that in the comment section below. And without much further ado, I'm just going to start shuffling, and I'll be back when we have a good lineup to look at. So let's go. Okay, we've got a lot of cards actually. They came fast and furious. And let's take a look what we've got. I see here the Lovers card. So there are some good positive connections with people. Nine of Cups is in reverse, and I actually take that as not standing by themselves, particularly because they're next to the Lovers. Like, he's not on his own, even though the burden that he's currently carrying, at least he feels very burdened right now. It's a lot, but as you can see, there are two people here. So it's not him carrying the burden by himself. Normally you would see just a single person carrying the load, but as you can see over here, there's someone else there. It is a statue, but just the fact that there is somebody there is almost like the moral support I guess this person needs in order to continue to carry that load. That's what we're seeing over here. We see an Empress reversed and looking the other way. This is the back end of that. There is a Temperance being lost. And I kind of feel that this reversed Empress over here is somebody who is opposing him and who is losing their temperance, their temper, because Temperance is in reversed, and we do see here the Six of Wands, like I said earlier, so they might actually conquer whoever this reversed Empress is, who's currently trying to ignore him. I feel this is kind of like an ignoring type of thing, because you can clearly see that there's somebody sitting on this chair, but it's nighttime, they're not really paying any attention. They're not looking out for you. Maybe they're looking out for somebody else. Maybe they're just looking out for themselves. I don't know, but they're definitely not interested in dealing with them, because Temperance is in reverse. I feel that it is their card. Like, they're just kind of done. They don't want to do anything with them. They don't want to nurture them. They don't want to help them out with anything. But that doesn't appear to matter because of the Six of Wands. And we see here the Eight of Pentacles, which is a lot of hard work. So the focus is definitely there. We also have here the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Now, Two of Pentacles always strikes me as somebody who balances decisions, balances finances, etc. It's in reverse, and there's people watching on the balconies back there. Don't know if you guys can see them. Like, normally you'd see just the one person like this, and turn it around, you see that he's actually performing for other people. So it's like something that he might be doing for other people, or maybe trying to impress other people. But since it's in reverse, it might actually mean that all this hard work that's being done here isn't necessarily just for their entertainment. It's not really for them. The entertainment that's being provided here, it's not that they just want to look like a clown dancing around with their pentacles on the public square, but they're also just really working very hard for themselves, because in this screen they're by themselves. So that is where the hard work is being done. We do see here the Nine of Pentacles, but next to the Three of Pentacles, because this is still the work that we're doing. The Pentacles are very strong here. So the Three of Pentacles, of course, is a work-related card. Nine of Pentacles is almost, I would see this as ignoring all else while focusing on these initiatives, because you're not looking at you. It's kind of like the answer to the reversed Empress over here, like, oh, you're not going to look at me? Well, I'm not going to look at you. I'm just going to keep working. I'm going to keep focused on what it is that I want to do, and I'm going to achieve that, because we have the Six of Wands right here. So there's a lot of ignoring going on back and forth, but I believe that he at least feels that he's conquering his demons that way, because we do see here literally the devil, and we have the Two of Wands next to that. I like to grab them in groups of threes, as you'll probably have seen in other videos as well, because next to this we also have the reversed Seven of Cups, which I always see like not being lost in decision mode, like, oh, what shall I choose? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Just like I have a focus, just like the Eight of Pentacles down there. There's something that I want to do. It's this. I'm not going to be distracted by anything else. I really need to focus on where I want to go and to make sure that I don't get distracted or manipulated along the way. And that's where the devil comes into play. Also, the Two of Swords is next to this. And it is in reverse as well, which is also something that I used to see, or usually see as a single-mindedness. Like upright, it's like, shall I do this, shall I do that? I can't really make up my mind, I don't really want to make up my mind. But because it's in reverse, I always see that as, nope, I'm going to do this thing, I'm not going to get distracted, just like the other cards we've had so far. We do see here the Four of Swords, which is like kind of like a hangman type of situation, taking a break. There's more cards up here because we also see here the Hermit. So it's kind of like single-mindedness, but not currently out in the field. Taking a break and meditating on the next move. So all this work and focus that's going on is being led by a meditative state, the Hermit state, taking a look at the battlefield, so to speak, and just seeing what decisions need to be made and making them very carefully, while focusing on themselves as well, because the Hermit is also like just turning inwards as well to see how you feel about certain things. And then we have here the Knight of Swords and the Fool in reverse. Now the Fool in reverse I always see as somebody who is not being foolish or not being trivial, not relying on others to guide them, basically having a focal point again, and just not allowing the universe to just whimsically take them wherever it is that they might want to go. Next to that we see the Knight of Swords, which is somebody who tends to speak hastily, and that is something we've definitely seen from Donald Trump in the past and present as well. So even though he is currently stuck in kind of a hermit mode, planning the next moves no doubt, that doesn't mean that we're not going to hear from him, because he will eventually find ways to get back in people's minds, because he does like to be heard. So we're going to be seeing some of that again. Now, let's see. Another card that drew my attention, which is still on top of the stack, but it's just off to the side, is this reversed Nine of Swords, which to me seems like just a little aside message of, oh, he's not losing any sleep, that type of thing. So, let's see. What shall we focus on? I kind of am curious about this Empress reversed and the Temperance reversed. What is that all about? Because everything else seems fairly straightforward to me currently. Maybe we'll also want to take a look at this devil later to see what temptations or manipulations he is avoiding. But first I want to see who this Empress is. Can we see anything about her or them? Because it doesn't have to be a male or a female. Empress is of course feminine energy for the most part. We got this card right here. This is the Eight of Swords, upright, and Eight of Swords is usually being trapped in some type of mental trap, so whoever this is stuck in some type of mindset that is making them turn their back on him, or at least publicly denounce them. And let's see what else we can find about that. Eight of Swords is like a self-imposed mental trap, also verbally, because it's also a verbal communication suit, the Swords. Chariot is in reverse. Whoever this is experiencing a slowing down in whatever it is that they are doing. Perhaps certain things that they wanted to get done aren't really getting done. Or maybe they are purposely trying to slow him down. That's also possible. In any case, there's definitely a reduction in speed of executing the plans, because the guy on top of the chariot is also brandishing a sword, which is once again communication. So maybe they're slowing down talking to them, or trying to manipulate certain situations with words to slow things down. Whoops, that's a lot of cards. Let me see what's important here. This one fell upright, so this one's definitely going to come in. Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands is the beaten and bruised warrior. Although there is a peacock on top of here, so I do feel that they're proud of the work that they've done and what they've fought off. So this is somebody who's definitely had confrontations with them. These two, I think we need separately. This is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Five of Pentacles normally kind of a bankruptcy card. I feel like they're trying to avoid a bankruptcy in some way. And we also have here the Six of Swords. And that is like letting yourself be transported somehow with words, or maybe perhaps also setting out a path with words. I tend to see that mostly as somebody else doing that for you, because normally you see Six of Swords, somebody sitting in a boat, which I feel is the main character, being led down a river by somebody else who's in control. But here you just see the Six Swords in like a planter box with the boat on the river already leaving. And I kind of feel like now that I see this card, it's almost like this point of view shows that they actually miss the boat and they're just looking at it go, because they're standing right there behind this planter box with all the swords, basically almost like laying down their weapons, like, okay, I missed the boat, can't do anything more about that. I wanted to go, but I couldn't. Like they're being either they missed it on purpose or somebody missed it for them. I kind of feel like they purposely didn't go on the boat and they kind of just stuck behind. Like I'm getting this feeling of defiantly not moving on. That's what I'm getting. Now normally the Six of Swords are more like, okay, you are moving on, there's like travel indicated, maybe moving on for certain thoughts and ideas, but I feel like the way that this is set up and the point of view that we have, that they actually just stuck to their swords, literally stuck them in the ground, and they're just letting other people go down the river, whatever they want to do, but they're going to stay here. That's what this card is saying. Let's see about this bunch. Whoop. Those two? Okay. Still talking about the Empress here. We have here the King of Cups, somebody who's definitely very emotional. Now we have a king in the play, and earlier we saw the Empress, so it's definitely not a male-female necessarily. Just somebody who has those energies, like when they are emotional, they can come across fairly kingly. Next to the Five of Cups in reverse. So I feel that whoever this is very determined to continue down this path, and they really feel very strongly about it, because we get the King of Cups, who is like the best feeler, I think, maybe aside from the Ace, but as a person card, like he has the most control over their emotions, and they also know how to use them, and they have definitely invested in something, and it's something that they are very much not regretting. Because usually the Five of Cups is like a crying over spilled milk card. I keep saying it, but that's the easiest way to say it. And in this case, it's kind of the opposite, like they have no regrets. That's what I'm trying to say. So whoever this person is, they are still 100% on board with their previous strategy. Let's go see about this guy over here, the Devil, what that's all about. Couple of cards here. Whoop. Oh, a lot of cards here. Hanged Man. So this is like the why is the Devil here? Probably because I didn't want to wait, although there is the Hermit energy here again, of course. So we have the Hanged Man here. Patience. Another perspective as well. Ten of Wands in reverse. So that's like letting go of the burden, because earlier we saw the Ten of Wands in the vice versa cards as well. So it's back again, and it's kind of like letting go of the burden. Perhaps this is more of a could have let the things weigh me down, but I'm not going to let that, and that's why the Devil's in reverse. We also have here the Knave of Wands. This is basically staying your hand. You might want to take actions, but rather you're being very careful instead of just charging into the battle headlong. And we also see here the Emperor. So this is like a card of I am on top of the hierarchy here, and maybe he's like I'm above certain things that other people try to throw at him. And he has that certain feel about him, like, okay, they can say whatever they want. I'm just going to look at it from my point of view, and I'm going to let the burden be somebody else's burden, and I'm not going to let them goad me into taking action, because that's what I feel is the manipulation part of the devil over there. Let other people run crazy, do their thing. I am determined with my Two of Swords upright here and my Seven of Cups reversed, both of them, sorry, not upright. I'm just going to bide my time. Four of Swords, he is going inwards with his Hermit energy and not letting people fool him or letting things just go by. So I see a lot of determined energy here. And just not letting go as well. Let's take a look what else we can see. Any final messages that we can take away? Knight of Wands in reverse once again. This is the Knight of Wands. So again, the careful action taking, the calculated action taking, and it's the more mature version of the page that we just saw over here, even though I think I said Knight of Wands there too. So I see that kind of like a similar energy, but this is more of the adult version. Like before it was like, I won't let them goad me into quick action with the page, which you can't see because the light's on it. There it is. And in this case, it's almost like a maturing process. Like he may have occasionally, in the past, probably more than occasionally, allowed people to lure him out of his tent and do all sorts of things to kind of counteract whatever it is that they were doing and saying, but he's not doing that anymore, at least trying not to do that anymore. And I think the fact that the knight, the actual knight, now came out of the deck is showing that he's definitely grown in maturity in that respect. So he's not letting people just tempt him into actions that he might later regret. But then again, we've been seeing a lot of careful action and a lot of careful planning as well in the rest of the cards. Anything else? Any last cards before we wrap it up? Oop, this one wanted to go. I'll just put it there. Five of Wands. It's more like a sparring thing going on. Five of Wands I normally see is like a friendly sparring, like the original Five of Wands has a few people that almost look like they could be friends because they're not really hitting each other, they're hitting the sticks in the air. And I kind of read this card as I'm just having fun, but other people take this very seriously with the volcano in the back there. Could also mean that they're so stuck in the combat mode that they don't even notice the volcano, because if a volcano behind you is erupting, you might want to go. But these two down here, they're not even really looking at that. They're totally focused on each other. So this, whatever conflict this is, it seems to be the total focus. Oops, relax. And lastly, we still have another reversed Five of Pentacles. So even they think that it is not a waste of investment. They're going to continue to do whatever they feel is necessary. And that is a load of cards again. Hope you found that interesting. Be sure to let me know in the comment section below what you thought, what you think these cards mean and say. In any case, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas for me to do another reading or something else, make sure to leave that in the comment section below as well. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye for now.